This is the GT Tracker Olympus. I will make a review about this camera and what I talk about this camera and what I like or don't like about this camera for someone who are not buy this camera yet and want to buy this camera. This camera, they built a very good camera. The rubber around the camera is very good and should be worth about $350. Should be okay for that. But the downside of this camera, I have three main things I don't like about this camera. Number one is the quality of the video. It's not good like HD video, and it's not 4K video, and it's not very good. When you shooting, you compare to a smartphone, it's worse than a smartphone. This camera. And the number two is the sound or the audio of this camera. It sounds better than the GoPro, but it's not very good. It's not good. It's cranking sound when you're recording, you're shooting someone on the street, and then you say something. Your sound is not quite very good, not right. And then if they have mic inputs, and you can input your mic, live mic on this camera. That should be better way. In the future, they need to do that for this camera. If they want to continue to make this camera, they have to make my input for this camera. And number three, I don't like this camera is the button of recording here, right here. I ask myself, I need a recording button down here. When you shooting this camera, you use your hand like that, like I shooting the gun. I need my finger to operate the button of the recording right here. Every time I am stop shooting this camera, and I need to push my finger here, and I always record my three finger here. I don't like about that this camera. About that. Only have GPS and hi-fi only. The expensive is that, and the battery of this camera is not last long. Only 30-45 minutes. 30-45 minutes is done. So you need to change the battery. So the battery is very expensive. It's $31 on BH. This camera. I bought this camera from BH. And I think this camera is good, but it's not worth $350. You can buy a regular phone, regular camera, 300, 200. Shoot better than this one. So that's just I thought. I will give for 4 or 5 of shooting sim quick on daytime, underground parking, and like a dot sign, and then driving in the street, and then moving on the street, and then underwater a little bit for you guys to watch that and then think about that. And if you want to buy or not, depending on you, but I'm not recommend for someone who not buy this camera yet to buy this camera. The only thing is they have waterproof, but I try in water about 2 feet, about 1 minute. It's good, but I'm not going to the ocean yet, so in the future maybe. And then if you like or don't like, just give me a comment. I will review in order for you guys to see it again if you want to see this camera in review again. Thank you so much for you watching, and I hope you guys will make a decision your own to buy or not buy this camera.
Chế lòi lò rồi.
Điều chế là chú thân trọng thế sự đấy.
Chế lò cơ bắt đầu nó
Lấy số nhỏ.
lấy mấy sinh kinh ư. Tao kể nó tao rồi phải lòng đã lòng. Lòng gì lúc thon nó cái trên lòng gì nhập tiền. Cho chế nó hay cơ. Chỉ lo đi lo tổng muốn đeo. Bài này có rồi chứ đúng không? Dạ thôi, đấy thì không có. Lại cắt được ngon. Cái gì cũng lọ nữa. Wow. Hey, too hot. Mà所以嘛，那时候电线淘宝了呢，那是大些人物啊，原来是淘宝了呢。用大袋呢。
I got pissed the other day and I fucking girlfriend ordered a fucking Uber. Oh, the guy, it's like he was going with it. Turn around. And he's got he's kind of
Có một xe rồi số áp.
nếu nó不熟我用。
大白也不熟了，哦，熟了，熟光了，这当不了的那当然。光熟了，这当不了的那。
然后这么差别不多，这样了才行。
I just picked it like.
Go.